1.8 and it showed half. Something to be said for bending your sending unit arm, eh? I never did put the digital flasher in. I have it. I should probably put it in. Looks like my ABS is still turned off from my last off-road ride. I should probably turn that back on since, you know, today we're on-road riding. So for my ABS, I put a switch under the seat so I can just turn it off when I'm off-road. Because it's a very annoying thing to fiddle with if you use the buttons. And we turn our engines off a lot off-road. So see, yeah, look, it's in the off position. I'm going to turn it on. There we go. Put this back on. It's all good. Let's talk a little bit about my Himalayan. So, okay, starting with the tires, we got Shinko, what, 705s, I believe. Yeah, actually the rear one is an IMS maybe. I haven't put the Shinko on the rear. They're very close. I think the Shinko's a clone of that tire actually. But anyway, going from there, we've got Excel Takasago Excel rims that I ordered. Got those on Amazon maybe. Ordered the correct size and the correct spoke hole and relaced them myself. The hub and the spokes are stock Himalayan. I drilled out all the holes to match the nipples. It was a tiny amount of material that needed to be removed, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. And then relaced and torqued everything, and trued and torqued, and that's where I am with that. Front brake. Replaced the caliper with a Harley Davidson, I think it's called a Nightster. Got it on eBay very cheap. It's a direct swap. Use the same brake line, brake pads, everything. It's just a direct swap for the factory caliper, and the braking has improved easily 50%, if not more. The forks have Racetech emulators, Racetech springs for my weight, and I think I'm running 15 weight oil. I have fork tube extensions up here. That allowed me to lower the forks and the triple clamps about 25-30 millimeters. So it gave me a little more height there, a little more ground clearance. All this up here obviously is not Royal Enfield. I removed all the metal frames for mounting the instrument cluster and the headlight, as well as the tank. I guess you would call them crash guards, but they're not very crash guard worthy. My original tank, I had those on here, and the first time I laid it down off-road, I put 2 big old dents right there, just from that bending in. The steel that Royal Enfield uses is very heavy and very flexible. No skid guard or skid plate. Obviously you can see those are GV crash guards. What do we have here? DeKelvik full exhaust system. O2 delete with a sensor delete. Carburetor swap, so there's no EFI. Let's see, running back, what else we have? Oh, rear suspension, Hagen shock, and shortened links to give me about 3/4 of an inch more lift in the rear. And as you can see, the luggage racks on the rear are gone. I put the luggage rack up high, the top case rack, back on. I had it off because that thing weighs like 7 or 8 pounds. It's crazy. Like I said, the steel is very bendy and very heavy. Tail tighty kind of a thing going on here. I removed everything, you know, from the fender down, and just mounted a license plate bracket right to the fender. What else we got going on back here? Same scenario with the rim. It's relaced Excel wheel. Oh yeah, I welded a shifter up out of an IMS. It has a folding, as you can see, that folding shifter peg there. IMS Super Sport foot pegs. These are just cheap Amazon special handguards that I made work. We got levers. I think these came from eBay. We have the Enduro mirrors on it. Found a windshield on Amazon that basically fit the shape and design of the headlight, and 3D printed some adapters. We have driving lights. Everything's LED. Like I was saying when I was riding over here, I never put the digital flasher on, so the turn signals are still flashing a little rapid. But anyway, she's been a great bike. I love it. I love the carburetor. No regrets with that. It starts every single time. It's never stalled. And it feels like it has more power. Hard to explain, but I don't think in this year, 2022, I don't think the fuel injection was quite dialed in the way it should have been, so the carburetor just wins hands down as far as performance. It literally runs, idles better, starts every time, never stalls, and like I said, it has more power all the way to redline. Mileage, MPGs really haven't changed much. It's still somewhere between 60 and 70 depending on how you ride. Yeah, I guess that's about it really. Trying to think of any other modifications I've done, if like that's not enough. Oh yeah, well the turn signals were replaced with LED. We talked about everything being LED. There's an LED bulb in the tail light. Brake pads, front and rear, EBC HH. The thing definitely has no issues with brake performance anymore. Oh yeah, I took off the factory little plate that comes in here and mounted a Tusk aluminum rack to the factory rack. And I'm going to put a Moskomoto knob in somewhere in here, probably right about there. So my Moskomoto bags will clip right on here, as well as my Tusk bags, because I have the fitting on that as well. And yeah, let's go to work. See if our ABS light goes off now. No more ABS light. Anyway, good morning guys. We're commuting to work on this Friday on the Himalayan. I love this bike. I know there's a lot of negatives to this bike, one being the weight. She's a heavy pig, but you know, I think that weight really helps the comfort and the stability on the road. It doesn't do anything for you off-road, but man, does it turn it into just an amazing road bike. Very comfortable. Oh, I forgot to mention, yes, I actually have the Royal Enfield touring seat on this. I found that to be, man, by far the most comfortable seat I've tried, and I've tried 3 different seats. I actually have a tall seat, concept seat, hanging on the wall because she was just too hard for my butt. That's what she said, right? You know, one thing I didn't do, this is actually my first road ride on the Himalayan in 2024. Happy 2024 all the way through June. Holy crap, I've been riding almost everything else. I have been riding this off-road though, and that's why it's so dirty. you know, before my battery dies and before it gets really windy. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you can. More than 90% of my traffic are not subscribers. Subscribing would really help me out, get my video out there for more people to see, based on how YouTube runs its algorithm. Anyway, so yeah, you guys, thumbs up and subscribe if you can. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. All right, Freeway John. I think there's about 12 miles of this. I normally run 65. And to just keep an eye on my cylinder head temperature. Oil temperatures never seems to be a problem. Climbed a little above 80, about 85 now, 85C.
Target locked. Enemy vehicle destroyed.